Morning, mate.
Hello, mate.
How you doing?
Doing all right.
Did I miss anything?
Nah, funny bit on Backstage where Samoa Joe's had a weird haircut.
No way.
Yeah.
Is it in the news today, yeah?
Yeah, of course it is, mate. Of course it is. Should we crack on with it?
Yeah.
All right. WWE are already teasing a CM Punk match. CM Punk met with Tony Khan before signing with Fox. And what does this mean for CM Punk's UFC career? There was one other thing. CM Punk turned up.
Yeah, those are good.
No, Jay, legit. Super serial.
Where?
On WWE. He was on WWE's back.
No! Which means we got a CM Punk special!
Oh,
yeah!
God.
Every bit of news is about CM Punk because pretty soon we're not going to be able to do these CM Punk news videos anymore. Thank you for keeping us in a living for a bit, Phil.
Well, that's it now, because then what do we do if we're not clickbaiting CM Punk confirmed?
I hope he gets fired tomorrow. And then we can do more news videos about him going to AEW.
We'd like to point out that he'd be fired by Fox,
That's
not
right.
WWE. My favourite thing from yesterday was the amount of messages I had from people saying, actually, he is employed by Fox and he's not back in WWE. Shut up!
That's
let us have nice things!
That's technically true.
I know, but let us have nice things!
They had to do it with WWE's blessing, and that's the important thing. That's the crucial thing here.
They had to go to Uncle
You
Vince.
nerds.
Yeah.
Right?
They had to go to Uncle Vince and say, can we please hire him? Actually, you know what? No, this is Fox. Fox went, Vince, we're hiring him. Any complaints? No.
We'll take your billion back, buddy.
Here's a big wad of cash.
So, he might be hired by Fox, but WWE are already teasing a CM Punk match. This comes following Seth Rollins' tweet where he just said, fight me at CM Punk yesterday. Well, WWE are really getting on board with that. They posted to Instagram and I believe Twitter last night a picture of Seth Rollins. We'll flash it up now with that tweet embedded below the picture of Seth Rollins. They would not be doing this if they did not want to build to a CM Punk match, and that's the interesting thing here.
They are very much relishing Seth Rollins calling out CM Punk here. It was one of multiple call-outs that CM Punk had yesterday.
That's right.
The Fiend Bray Wyatt also teased it yesterday. We talked about it in the video. He had a photo of CM Punk giving Husky Harris the lashes from back in the day.
KSI wants Logan Paul
KSI wants
to do it. That's old news.
And also, Virgil called out CM Punk.
Yes, there's the big money match.
Do you know what? I take every penny I have. Virgil CM Punk. That right there is your main event.
I'd rather
any show anywhere in the world.
I'd rather that than Seth Rollins CM Punk. I'm not even joking. Seth trying to get on board with the hot new cool thing. It's not hot. Well, he's hot. He's not. He's cool as well. He's new. He's
new. He's been around for ages. But it's yeah, is this WWE teasing it, or like WWE has this thing right now? They're in this phase right now where they are sort of lifting the curtain more than they ever have. You know, I realised this morning as I was putting together the Cultaholic Daily Wrestling News podcast. Subscribe, thank you. Please, my own personal algorithm, that'd be great. That we probably have to start watching Backstage and The Bump now.
Yeah, well, I'll certainly be watching next.
Because a lot of stuff is breaking out of those programs.
Yeah, 100%. There's big exclusives coming each and every week.
They did a whole bit on The Bump yesterday they did a quiz with The Big Show, asking him whether he was heel or face at certain points in his career.
I bet he didn't know.
No, he didn't. They flashed up pictures and said, were you a good guy or bad guy here? That was on a WWE thing. Doing us out of a gig here. You can't take the mick out of yourselves. That's what we're here for.
It's so easy for Big Show. If he's smiling, he's face. He's got a big, lovely smile. If he's grumpy, he's bad. It's quite easy, isn't it?
They were very clever with the pictures. Very clever with the pictures. Yeah, but they're one to go behind the curtain a little bit more than they used to. And I think they saw the scuttlebutt around Seth calling out Punk, and they just having a little piece of it, aren't they?
Scuttlebutt. The guy with Patrick Duffy.
That's exactly. They saw Patrick Duffy and went, we need a piece of that action.
So, would you want to see a Seth Rollins match? I imagine you discussed this yesterday.
We briefly did. Whether or not we'd want to see, I mean, I think it almost feels like an inevitability that they'll come because like he's not working for WWE. We know. Calm down. It's fine.
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, but by virtue of him working on a WWE program through Fox, the door is now very much open. It's not so much ajar anymore. It is now a fully open door, and it's letting a draft in. So there's absolutely no reason why they can't strike some kind of deal for CM Punk to do. I don't know whether CM Punk would say yes to like doing a big match in Saudi Arabia.
No, he's already said no. He definitely would not go there.
It doesn't feel in keeping with him. But.
No, absolutely. I don't think Seth Rollins is the guy that I want to see him fight. No, I think there are other people that I'd love to see Riddle.
Yeah?
Yeah, just because CM Punk's just got such an accomplished UFC career. He did really well there. No, I'd love to see those. I think those two would do great things. Fantasy booking, obviously, dream match is Austin still. Mm-hmm. But on the current roster, Andrade.
Oh,
there's one that I'd like to see. He can make Andrade look amazing, just because I like Andrade so much. You?
Virgil.
Okay.
So how far did things get with CM Punk and AEW? Well, apparently it got quite far, didn't it, Adam?
Pretty damn far. Coming from Brian Alvarez, he says, from what I can tell you about negotiations with Punk is that Punk did in fact negotiate with AEW. In fact, he says he went as far as meeting with Tony Khan, and they offered him lots of money. That's the quote, lots of money, but he ended up doing his thing for WWE on Fox.
First of all, I'd like to know where this meeting happened. I'd like to think it was at a Starbucks. Yeah. They both ordered pumpkin spice lattes, and Khan just put a briefcase on the table and went, "It's all yours, mate. Come on."
Brand loyalty, it's Cracker Barrel. It's got to be Cracker Barrel. There's nowhere else that anyone's allowed to go.
Of course it would be Cracker Barrel. So, they get a discount.
We don't know exactly what. 20% off.
20% off grits.
We don't know what role was being offered by AEW, whether it was a wrestling role, whether it was a commentary role. Obviously, Punk's done commentary before, whether it was a sort of analysis role that he's taken up on WWE Backstage. However, it's very interesting that I guess a formal offer was made. Money, specifics were talked about.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of money, CM Punk has made a fair bit, having a few fights in the UFC, hasn't he, Adam?
He has, and he's nailed every single one of them.
He's been doing great. Now, where does it leave CM Punk with regards to his, can we call it a fledgling MMA career still?
Yeah, if you like.
Where does it stand regarding his existing MMA career?
So, because he's with Fox instead of WWE, the contract says Fox on it. That's the guy's name that owns it, Mr. Fox.
Ian Fox.
That's right.
The Fox from the Foxy Bingo commercials.
The sweatiest of the Foxes. What was his name? Donald Cox, the sweatiest of the Foxes. Another one. I'm doing obscure references today.
You're stealing my shtick.
So, there are no plans for CM Punk to wrestle for WWE soon, is what it says in this report. But with Punk signed to Fox instead of WWE, there is a possibility that he could return to UFC in the future while that gig is also happening. He could be doing two things at once. Fightful Select is reporting that Punk is still in the USADA testing pool and is open to a UFC return. Right, he's gone to WWE, he's gone to Fox, because they've offered him significantly more money, it's believed, than AEW. If the money's there, if the money's on the table from UFC, despite the fact that he hasn't been successful, he brought a lot of eyes to the product, I wouldn't say that he definitely wouldn't do it. I think he'd be up for it.
The testing pool thing you mentioned there is quite telling, because if you leave that testing pool, then you've got to spend another year before you can wrestle again. That's why it was such big news when Cain Velasquez left the USADA testing pool, because that meant, all right, he is done with UFC and now he's off to do some sports entertaining. The fact that CM Punk has, CM Punk could, if he was done with it, he could quite happily take himself out of it now. Mm-hmm. But he's chose not to, which makes me believe there may be some more mixed martial arts in
Perhaps.
his future.
I can't see him going to any other MMA organisation, because I don't think any other MMA organisation has the money to pay him. UFC are the only ones. I don't think Dana was initially keen, but we also know that Dana's a businessman, and if the opportunity is there to, capitalise on CM Punk's huge, he's once again all over the news, maybe now is the time to do that.
Do you reckon that, obviously now he's signed a lucrative deal with AEW, but do you think Virgil would be allowed to? I'm just thinking.
You just want this Virgil Punk match. It doesn't matter where, right?
I don't mind if it's in 4 sides, 6 sides, 8 sides.
Does it have to be combat?
It can be
Could they do
poker
Falling Fernie on Habbo Hotel? Punk versus Virgil. Yes, please. 3 for 3 on the obscure references. You're welcome.
Well done, mate.
Thank you very much.
So So why did CM Punk return on WWE Backstage? Well, yep.
Essentially. So last week's episode of WWE Backstage averaged just 49,000 viewers, which is disgusting. However, this week's episode with CM Punk's WWE Backstage debut, averaged 100,000 viewers.
Now,
it must be said that he came in at the end of the show.
I was going to say, I don't think it's anything to do with Punk.
No, I agree.
I think that's just a healthy boost in the right direction for Backstage.
Yeah, what do you think that is? I think that's people watching our videos going, oh, they're not doing very well.
Oh, let's go please their algorithm.
Yeah, right. You're welcome, Vinny.
Oh,
and Mr. Fox, Donald Fox, the sweatiest of the Foxes. Cox, Fox. We'll do another news vid in a bit. Cheers, Punk.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. You can support us on Patreon by going to patreon.com/Cultaholic. Lastly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.